Hi friends, in this session I'm going to explain um, string methods. So, so string it is an object and it does have many methods. So these methods are categorized into four. The one is character extraction, the other one is comparing strings, searching strings, and modifying strings. So in character extraction, the methods are caret, getchars, getbytes, toChar array. And in comparing strings, equals, equals, ignore case, region matches, starts with, ends with, compare to. In searching strings, index of, last index of. In modifying strings, substring, concat, replace, trim, value of two lowercase, two uppercase. So these are all the methods string does have. So we are going to see each and every method in detail. uh, when how they work and know how we are going to make use of it in the Java programming. All right. Okay, let me create a class named string manipulate. String manipulate, the name of the class, and here I make a check mark in the public static void main. Okay, let me give, it shows that one more class with the same name that exists. Alright, let me give string manipulate 1. Okay, it's letter. Okay, fine, let me give string manipulate on. Okay, so I click on finish. The string manipulate on is created, the class is created. You can see class is created, and here now I'm gonna declare few instance variable. Let me create a string name equal to new string I initialize a string with the constructor, so I pass in the value here. The value is private. Okay. Or anything. I'll just give the word. And one more variable, char char variable a. So char array I just create a char array variable. And one more. Okay, and here I create the byte array. So okay. So all these 5 instance variables um, are used in I mean all these 5 instance variables are used in string methods that comes under character extraction. Okay, let me prefix with let me declare it as a static variable. So okay. Then I create a string a b a equal to oh, string b equal to array corporate company. And one more string I just create with null value. So I just create using the empty constructor I create. So I have created three strings. In this, two strings are initialized with some value, corporate company A1, and the second one is B string. The second string named B is initialized with corporate company. I mean the text which is in caps, right? So and then we need a boolean value. So boolean B. Boolean value. Then on integer value I. Okay, fine. So here let's see this. So alright, so let's start to explore on these methods. So character extraction. Under this we do have four methods: caret, get chars, get bytes to canary. So fine. Copy this so that okay. Okay, so these are all the four methods which comes under character extraction. So let me what is so the first method is char at, right? So what does this char at method does? It just consider a string. We do have a string and uh, uh, we want to fetch a letter. I mean, we want to fetch a character from this string. Then we can make use of this caret. We need to pass in the index value. I mean the place, the position of the index of the letter. So we need to the index of the character has to be passed in as an argument, as a parameter. So let me show you here. So can see here. So it is not declared static everywhere. Let me declare all the instance variable as static. Okay. Here we do have char a equal to name dot. You can see the just type in already I declared a string. Then already we do have an object. We do have a string object named name. So let me type in the name of the string, and I just press the dot, and it pops up with all the methods that are applicable. So the first one is caret. So let me select that caret. You can see the value, which is you can see a parameter that is int integer parameter is passed, right? So we can give uh, I mean the index. We can give the index of the char index of the string, so that that particular index character is fetched, and it is assigned to the char variable a. All right, so let me select this caret. Here we pass in the number 3. Okay, now so I just say system dot, let me print it, let me print the value caret method string name. Okay, I just print the a. So the other one is now I made use of the caret method. Okay, you can see here caret method. I pass in an index value, that is integer value 3, number 3. So this name string, you can see the statement. Let me explain it again. The a here, a is a character char variable. Okay, so it can hold a it can hold a character. Right, it can hold a char element. So here equal to name is nothing but it is a string object. Right, we have declared here, you can see string, it is assigned with a value world. So we just key in the string name dot, so that it pops up many methods that are applicable, that can be used. So here the first one would, here you can see a caret. This caret method is selected, and we pass in the number 3, which is nothing but the index value. But what happens, it takes the string name, I mean that the value, the string, it takes the value of string name, that is world, the world that string is taken, and caret in number 3. So it will start from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you can see this, it will I mean whatever the number you pass in, that index value will be fetched from the string, and it got assigned to the char variable a. Okay, and again I just print the variable a here. Okay, system.out.println. All right, so let me go with the other one. If you want to check for the output, you can see here. Let me give this char, right? So it has to return the char. We give here. See, it shows when I pass in the number index value 2, it shows the output here. You can see the output, which is R. So the actual word is, let me print the word here, the char of the string name. That is world. So here you can see the output is R, which is nothing but the W is 0 when it takes it W as 1, 2, sorry, W as 0 and O as 1, and R which is in the index value 2. So R is fetched and it got printed. All right, so if I give 4, that would be D, right? D, because 0, the first it counts from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth letter, the fourth element got printed, got fetched, and it got printed. Fine. Let me write the code snippet for getChars. So getChars. So getChars, already I declared a char array named GC, so GC is typed in, and then this string same named name is used here. Name, you can see get char, just type in get c, you can see the method. You can in the pop-up window you can see it will filter, and you can see only two methods. One is get class and the other one is get chars. So here we are going to use the get chars, which does have 4 parameters: int, 2 integer, 2 int values, 1 char, altogether 3 int values and 1. The first one is int. So here you can see first is int. So this is the source within the name. The name is a string, right? So from where you need to start to fetch the data source here. And here the end, int argument 1 is end, and then the char array, which to which array you want to get chars is nothing but with this method what we're going to do, like from a string we fetch a part of a string, we fetch part or the all right, let me come again, like we do have a string, and if you want to fetch a part of a string and want to make it as a char array, then we can make use of this get array. So here name is a string object, and that's been used here. And get array, it does have 4 parameters. The first one is integer, the first 2 integers, source and destination, from where you need to start, and from till what you have to end, till which place it has to end. um, so that's the first two integer values does. And the third one is a char array. And this is the target array. In this array we are going to place the fetched string. The fetched character array is placed in this target array, and the fourth parameter is integer. uh, that is from which this integer, it shows that it denotes within the target array from where you need to start placing the uh, character array. All right, so let me do this. Let me select that integer 1. We're going to say from 1, and we want to pass it the destination till 4. Here the character, the target array is gc get chars. How many letters? 3. As method of string name gc. All right, so I just you can see um, here. Fine. So get char method, it creates a char array from the string. um, okay, and what if I give some other text? Let me see this. Fine, if I give number 1. Fine, see, I just name.getChars method is called by passing the parameter values 1 comma 4 comma the char array is gc. The name of the char array is gc, and then 1. Okay, here 1 denotes the starting point. It is a source in the name string, and here 4, it denotes the end in the actually it takes like 4 minus 1 3 in the string named n. And gc, it denotes a char array. You can see the char array which is created here. So gc, it denotes that. And then 1, it denotes the index value. From where it need to from where it has to place the char array, from where it has to place the element within the char array gc. All right, so here I have given 1. So within the char array gc, on the first index point, this values, whatever the values fetched from the string object name, would get placed. Fine, and then I just print the char array gc. All right, and you can see I just run the program. You can see the output orl. The get chars of string name, that is this method gc is called. I pass in 1 comma 4 comma gc 1 parameters to this get chars method, and I got orl. Okay, the output is orl. It is taken from the world. The name, what does it have? The name contains the value world. So here 1 comma 4 means the first letter is 0 and the second one is 1. So it starts from 1 O and then till 4, for the end is 4. So 4 minus 1 3. So 1 is O, 2 is R, and then 3 is L. So it works in this way. Alright, so let me go with the other one. Get bytes. Get bytes. It is very similar to the get bytes. Get bytes is very similar to get chars. The thing is, here the data is fetched and converted to a byte, and placed in the byte array. All right. So here I same dot get byte. Just you can type get b. It pops up the window. It pops up with a window which shows 4 methods with the name get bytes. We are going to select the first one. Okay, it will return the byte array. Okay, so here byte GB, byte array is GB. So GB equal to this. Okay, I just print the GB. So this is I'm using the get bytes. The next one, here I am using a name string. I'm using the string named name dot get bytes. I just call the method get bytes on the string object name. So it will return get bytes array. Okay, so here already I have created instance variable get byte array. So that array named get GB. Okay, so whatever the get byte, I mean this name dot get bytes, what it does, like it fetch the data from the string object name, and it converts and uh, convert it to a byte array, and it places it in the GB. Okay, place it in the byte array GB. Okay, all right. So and then I just print the byte array GB. All right, let me run here. Let me run the program. Here you can see the output is the get bytes of string name. Okay, the byte array of the string object name got printed. Okay, you can see I selected, I have highlighted that. You can see in the console. Okay, fine. That is the byte array of the string object named name. Okay, fine. Let me show you the toChar array method. toChar array. So this method, it is very similar to getChars method. Just consider that you have a string and you wanted to convert this string to a char array. Then you can make use of this toChar array. Even the getChars does the same work. All right, so let me show you how toChar array works. Okay, named toChar array. You can see here one. Here it returns the char array. You can see the difference between the getChars and toChar array. Both fetch the data from the string and it converts it to a char array. But wherein in getChars we need to pass in the target array, so that in that target array whatever the data that's been fetched or placed as a char array in that target. In getChars we pass in the target array, so the fetched data got placed in the target array. Wherein toChar array, we just call that toChar array, it returns the char array. Okay, in getChars it doesn't return, it does return I mean the return type is void, so it doesn't return anything. It places the fetched data in the target array that's been passed as a parameter. Fine. All right. To char array. Fine. Um, and it has two char array. It returns so already I created a two char array with the name of the two char array is TCA equal to two char array. The two char array. Okay. Fine. So I just use the two char array here, and you can see name dot two char array method. Okay, it fetches it converts a string into the char array, and it is assigned to the char array TCA named TCA. So and then I print the char array here. So you can see I just run the program. You can see the two char array string name is. You can see the char array TCA got entered world. Okay, fine. So let us move on with comparing strings. All right. So in comparing strings, it does have few methods, almost 6 methods. It does have. Mm, comparing strings. Okay, here we go. Like the first one is you can see equals. So what does it do? You can see for this I have created two strings a1 and b, and then empty string z and boolean value boi. Okay, two strings a1 and b got initialized with the text corporate company. Let me show you here. Okay, so I'm going to use that here. The first one is equals. So this equals method, so I just use a1 dot equals object. Here you can see when I press, see, just type a1 here. A1, it is a string object, so I just type key in a1 dot, and then it pops up a window with a few few methods. And I just when you type in equal, it shows, you can see equals with equals method. See, I just this is the a1, it is the string object, and then I place a dot. When I press the dot, it shows some it pops up a window. It pops up with the window. You can see a pop-up window which does have many methods. You need to type equals. You can see equals, and the equals and equals ignore case. So we're going to use the equals first. Equals, you need to pass the objects, right? Select that. What is the object here? One more object, b, and then this equals method, the return value is equals method. The parameter equals method does have a parameter that is object, that is an object, and it returns boolean value. So already we do have we declared a boolean instance variable bo named, so I just make use of it here. Here the equals method equals method of string name. Here what we do, evo. Okay. So you can see this statement, bo is a boolean variable. Okay, and a1 it is a string object. Dot equals, I pass in an object. The b, again it is a string object. So a1 and b checks both the, you can see the a1 here, I just highlighted, and then you can see the b here. B equal to corporate company, A1 equal to corporate company, wherein A1 it is in a lowercase, and B1 it is in uppercase. It is in caps. The letters are in caps. All right. So I'm going to compare. Actually, the equals method. What does it? What does it do? It compares both A1 value and B value. Corporate company. It's going to compare corporate A1 value corporate company, which is in lowercase, with B value corporate company, which is in uppercase. So obviously it is case sensitive, equals. So it will return, if it is both values are true, both values are equal, then it will return true. Wherein if it is not equal, then it will return false. So obviously corporate company, which is in one is in lower and the other one is uppercase, so it returns a false value, which is assigned to the boolean variable bo, and I just print the bo here. Okay, let me run this. I will show you. It will print. See, I just run the program, and here I got the output equals of string name. Okay, if you want I can show equals of string a1 and b. The equals of here equals of string a1 and b. What is you can see the output false, because both the values get uh, get differs, right? I mean both the values gets differed, so false. All right, so let me show. What if like we would like to ignore the case? In that case we need to, if you want to compare the string, you're just ignoring the um, I mean upper and lower case. We would like to ignore. In that case, we can make use of this method equal ignore case. Okay, equal ignore case method. Here we need to have the code snippet the same way. The only thing is just select equal ignore case and pass in the string object. There is nothing but b. Equal ignore case. Let me run this. It should see, I got the output and it shows the equals ignore case of string a1 and ab. The value is true. Why it is true? A1 value is corporate company, and B1 value is corporate company, which is in but A1 as the A1 as a lowercase and B as the uppercase. But we are using the equals ignore case, so it ignores, this method ignores the case, and it just compares the content, and it got to know that both the content are equal, so it the output is, it returns a true value and it got printed here. Okay, fine. And now here we use the next method is region matches. Okay, how do we use this? um, See, just consider that we have two strings, and we would like to check uh, within this, is there any matches. If we would like to uh, check a particular set of letters, set of letters that matches, uh, we do have two strings, and we want to check a, a particular letter, a particular set of letters uh, uh, in both the strings get matched. In that case, it returns um, region. It returns the boolean value true. If it doesn't have any matches, then it will return false. Okay, so in region matches, it does have two type of region matches are there. The parameters, the number of parameters gets different. The first one, region matches, it does have all right. Again, this one we it, it checks with the case sensitive. If it looks out, both the letters should both the alphabets should be in the same case. Let it be any lower or upper. In the other one, region matches, it does have options to ignore the case sensitive. That is lower. It can ignore the lower or upper cases, and it can make it just compare the content of the um, string. All right. So the first one, in this string region matches, it does have the integer argument. Yeah, it is nothing but the first string what we use in that string, from where you need to start the region matches, and then you pass in a string argument, that is the second string. With that string we are going to make the matches, and the third argument is integer. Again, within the second string, from where you need to look out for the matches, and then the one more integer argument, that is the third integer, that is meant for how many letters it has to check for the matches. All right, so let me select this. The first one is from the A1. Just consider from 1 it has to start. From the string 1, from the one first element it has to start. In other words, from the index value 1 it has to start. And this, the second argument is a string object, string 2 object. We need to pass in the string 2, that is we have created one more string b, so that is passed here, and we just check a1 and b. Here we, the third is an integer argument. This it denotes within the string 2 from where we need to start the region matches. Here I give just 2, and then how long, how many number of letters has to be checked. Right, how many numbers of how many number of letters has to be checked for region matches. All right, here I give just 4. Fine, that's it. So it will check. So a1 does have the corporate company, and b does have the corporate company. You can see here a1 value, and again b value, corporate company. So it will check from 1. So in a1 from 1, in the sense it will ignore, it will start from r. Okay, from in a1, and it will from wherein in b it will start from 0 1 2. What the number we have given here, 1 here 2, right? So here it will start from 0 1, it will start from 0 in A1 region matches, and here it will start from uh, R. Okay, and how long this how many number of letters it would check? 4. So 1 2 3 4 ORPO is taken, and this region is taken, and it is checked for region matches. Here it checks RPOR. This region is taken and it's been checked for region matches. Okay, let me see. And if both are equal, it will return. Here we are using region matches, not with ignore case. So let me run this. Let me see the boolean value. It shows the boolean value false. We got the output. It shows the boolean value is false. See, I just highlighted in the console the ignore case equal. Sorry, let me change it here. Region matches. Chess of A1 and okay. Here 1 comma B comma 2 comma 4. You can see the output. The region matches 1 comma 2 comma 4 comma string A1 and AB is false because it the letters that are checked for region matches, it is not equal. The content gets differed as well. The lower and uppercase A1 has the lowercase and B has the uppercase letters alphabet. So region matches. That's the reason region matches returns a boolean value false. Okay, let me try with let me show you with region matches ignore case where it is similar to region matches. The only thing is you need to fix it does have 5 arguments region matches. You can see here. Let me show you here. A1 dot region matches. You can see 2 methods. Select the second one. It shows a boolean value. You need to give, if you give true, then ignore case is applicable, so it will not check for upper or lower. It will just check the content of the two strings and it will return the region output. I mean, it will return true or false based on the region matches, based on the letters that are matched within the region matches. It will not look out for the ignore case. We'll just check for the content. So here integer 1, again from 1, and the B 4. Run this program and you can see I will show you the output. You can see the region matches in the console. The region match is true. The parameters are true. 1 true means we enable the ignore case, so it will not look out for the which case upper or lower. It will just look out for the content for the condition. All right, it will check whether both the strings does have the same content and not for the same upper or lower case. Okay, so and then so we just apply the ignore case and then we pass in the 1 comma B comma 1 comma 4. So 1 here what is the 1 value denotes? It denotes from string 1, from this index 1, from index value 1 it has to start the region match, and then we pass in the string 2. The name of the string 2 is B, and then within the string 2 we need to pass in the from this one index value it has to start for the region match, and from the number 4 value it denotes how many number of elements, how many number of letters in both the strings should be checked for the region matches. So when we apply on string a1 and b, string a1 and string b, it gives true. Okay, here you can see the value output is true. Why it is true? You can see it starts from the a1 value is corporate thing and b value is corporate company, which is in lower and uppercase. So start from 0 to 4, 1 to 4, 0 1. So here 1 to 0. So ORPO it is taken from A1, and same ORPO it is taken from B. Both the content is checked, it is true. When the case differs, they ignore the case sensitive. The one is in lowercase, A1 is lowercase, B is in uppercase. So still we use the region matches with ignore case. So it is ignored. The case is ignored, and we got the output. Still the content is true, equal. It returns a true Boolean value, and it got printed. All right. So let me go with the other one. Region matches. Region matches. It does come with two special methods, that is starts with and ends with. Let me show you. First one starts with. Here, see, just consider that you have a1 dot starts with this both the starts with and ends with. It return value is boolean, and it takes a string parameter. Starts with I just use the starts with. um, Starts with, again, it's been categorized. It comes in one when two starts with methods are there. One starts with method which takes one parameter string object, and the other one starts with method which takes string parameter and then one integer value. All right, so let me explain you. The first one starts with it takes one string object. Let me select that. So a1, here a1 it is a string object dot. I just press the dot. Let me show you here. And then I just type starts with. It shows two methods. The first one I select, and it we need to pass in the string object here. Okay, string object is b or anything within this. I would like to a1 as corporate, right? So let me check. So a1, what does it have? It has the value corporate company, which is in lowercase. So let me check with cor. um, so what does this statement does? Here the value, return value is boolean. Okay, I printed starts. Okay. Here you can see this is a statement starts with. You can see I'm applying it on starts with, returns the value. What does the starts with method does? I mean, it starts with method. It takes a parameter string object. So the so from which method you call the starts with method, so that I mean, from which object you call the starts with method, that string object is compared with the argument, I mean argument object. So we pass in one more argument object. So here the string object is a1. It is a string object. It is compared with the string object cor. It is a string literal object. All right, so COR. So what does this starts with? It checks for whether it checks this starts with here. It checks whether A1 uh, the content of A1, that is the string value of A1, starts with COR. If it is, then it returns true boolean value. If not, it returns a false boolean value, and it got stored in the boolean variable bo, and I just printed the boolean variable here bo. Okay, so let me run this. You can see in the console the A1 dot starts with of COR, the value is true. Why it is true? A1 as the value, corporate value, which is in lowercase, so it the value which is passed here is which is in lowercase COR. So both A1 string object value, again it matches with the past argument, past string object COR. So both in content wise as well in lower case. So the output is, it returns that value true. So it got printed here. All right, so let me show you with one more. Again, starts with, comes with uh, two arguments. Let me show you here. Starts with company. Or it starts with here. Let me check. Um, okay. Yes, like see, starts with, comes with starts with initially just we have seen starts with method with a parameter string object. Here it has a one more starts with comes with two parameters. One is the string object, and the other parameter is integer. So integer value, what we do, like we that integer value, it denotes the index value. So on that particular index value, uh, this string object that we pass, that uh, on that particular index value, this string object that we pass, that value is checked. I mean, we pass in a string object and this index value. So this this operation, it happens on the A1, the string object. Okay, here A1 dot we call the starts with method. So A1 string object, that val A1 string object, it has a value corporate company. So in that value, we are going to operate starts with method. So it will take the index value 1. So it will go to the corporate company, that is the value. It will go to the, it will ignore the C because it denotes the index value 0. It goes to the index value 1, that is O, and from there it will start, it will check with the value, with the string object that is passed to OR. So OR, uh, it will check, it will take the OR value which is passed with the from the index value 1. If both the value matches, it will return the boolean value true, otherwise it will return false. Here it returns the true because OR, it matches with the A1 string object OR. I mean, alright, from the index 1, it does OR. Alright, so here you can see the output. The string 1 A1 dot starts with com dot, here you need to change as 1. See, not com. Okay, you can see this A1 dot starts with 0 1. The output is true, starts with OR from the index value 1. Okay, so let me show you. Similarly, to have a method ends with, it is this method, it will check for the end of the string, whether the given string that ends with the particular value. All right, so what does the ends with method does? It checks the a particular string, it checks the given string that ends with a specific value. All right, so what is the given string here? A1 is the given string, and uh, with a particular string, does it ends with a particular string? Here COR is the particular string. It checks for ends with. Let me show you here. Ends with, it is only, it takes only one thing. Here we give company here. Okay. So A1 dot ends with, within the parameter we pass in a string literal any. So it will take the A1 string object and it will check uh, uh, whether this A1 string object value uh, ends with the word any, ANY. All right, so let me check here. A1, what is the A1 value here? Which is corporate company. So here this is the A1 value, A1 value, and it ends with the ANY, any. All right, so the it ends with method, it checks this condition and it is true, so it will return the true value. It is true, it will return the true value, and it got stored in the boolean value and it got printed here. Okay, so let me run this. So here you can see ends with any, true. Yeah, you can see it in the console. The A1 dot ends with I pass in a parameter any, it shows true because A1 contains the content. Fine, let me show you the other method, compare to. All right, compare to, here A1 dot compare. See, compare to, what does this method do? It takes a two string. All right, it's gonna do the comparison. How does it compare? It takes a two string and it checks whether it I mean it tell us that which string is greater than the other, or or a particular string is lesser than other. So we can compare strings, and if you want to let me come again, we do have two strings and we want to know which string is greater than the which string is greater between the two strings. All right, so how do we find which string is greater between the two strings? We can make use of this compare to method. It will find out the greatest string between the two strings just by just the way how based on how does see in a dictionary the word the first comes uh, which is considered as a lesser which is considered as a lesser value. I mean the word which comes af- if you take a dictionary, you can see from A to Z so many words, n number of words are given. So just if you give two strings, one starts with A and the other one starts with B, and if you compare using the compare to, how does the comparison goes? It will check here the second string it starts with B, so the B this word it appears in the dictionary after the words that starts with A, so that B words are considered as a greatest words, greatest string. All right, so in that way it works. And here I'm going to use the compare to, and here it takes compare to takes one string parameter and it returns an integer value. So it will check two strings, and if it is greater, it will return the positive value. All right, one positive value, one or any other positive value. uh, if it is the comparing value, see for example a1 is compared with the parameter string object b. If a1 is greater than b, then integer value integer the return value would be positive value. If a1 less than b, the first a1 less than b, I mean the a1 less than the parameter value parameter string object b, then it will return minus value. If a1 equals parameter value b, then it will return 0. All right, here we go. Now I'm going to show you the b. I just passed in the b, and here we need to use the integer. Already we declared the variable I, so I just use that and I print the I value here. Okay, so here I say a1 dot compare to b. Let me run this, and here you can see a1 dot compare to, in the output console you can see a1 dot compare to b, the output is 32, so which means it is a positive value. So a1 is greater than b. Okay, so a1 appears next to the word b in the dictionary, so that's the reason a1 is considered as a greater string, and it returns a positive value. All right, and with this we are done with comparing strings. Okay, we do have let's move on to searching strings. Here we can okay, here I'm going to show you the searching. So these are all the two methods for searching strings. Okay, here searching strings, you can see searching strings, it does have two methods, index of and last index of. So let me index of, what it does. um, okay, here it takes a integer argument, and it returns the integer, right? So index, the integer, like normally the char is converted to, is passed as an integer value, so right, you can pass in the char value, right? So index of char. So here pass in, I just pass in c, okay, and it returns, the return value is integer, so I just print the I value here, I. So it means you can see the output. Okay, fine. Let me give 0 1. Okay, so it has to say O. Uh, I pass in a value O. Or A. See, when I give the value index here, I am using the A1. It is a string object. It contains the value corporate company, and here I pass in the, I call the index of dot index of method. I pass in the value A, right? So it returns integer value. That value got stored in the I. Okay, so what happens actually, whatever the char value, you pass into this index of, for example here we have given A, so it will check whether in which index value this A char A letter exist. So okay, so this index of method, it will check in which index value, this index of method, we pass in the A value, char value A. So it will check in the string object value A1, which index, uh, in which index this char value A exist. All right, and then that index value is returned. It is an integer value, and it got stored in the integer variable I, and it is printed here. So here I have given A, and we got the output A1 dot index of A equal to 6. So let me show you in here corporate. Here the count starts with this is the A1. Here you can see A1 variable, string variable, and it contains value here, corporate company. Let me, here we need to start the count with the 0 0 1 2. So where does the A really occurs? Here it is A, right? You can see 0. Actually the count as to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then in the index the next sixth one, the a value exists. So that's the reason the output it is given 6. You can see the 6. Okay. Alright, so let me show you one more. Here you can see one more method is here, last index of, similarly last index of. How does this work? It is similar to index of the things. It takes the char value again. Here I'm gonna give y. Okay, and it returns the integer value. Alright, it checks whether the given char array does exist in the does it exist in the string object, end of the string object. Alright, so I'm gonna use this. So let me, so it got printed. Alright, I have given a1 dot last index of y. Let me see. Here I give c. Alright, so here it checks, I pass in the value c. Here you can see. Okay, so it will start to see, it will take the string a1. Okay, and the value is corporate company. I have called a1 dot last index of, so index of c. So it will start to look out from the string value index 0, but it will take the last appearance of the last appearance of the c, last appearance of value c within this corporate company text, corporate company string. So c occurs here first, and then it doesn't, here it doesn't occur it again, and here it occurs company, it starts with c. So this index value is returned as an integer value. So what is the index value of c? If you start with 0, you can find out 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 space is considered, and 10th, the index of 10th c exists. That is the reason you can see in here. Okay, see, you can see the output, the last index of c 10. Okay, okay, fine. Let me show you same here, index of, you can pass in the string value. All right, um, string, you can pass in the string. So again, copy here a1 dot index of, you can see the string, right? So you can give any text, so it will give the for example orp. So it will check for orp in within this a1 dot. So already we have given index of char value, here we give index of string. So string here, what is the, we pass in the string parameter orp. So orp is passed, it is checked with the, check within the a1. So a1 does have the value corporate company. So ORP, this content it's been checked within this A1. So obviously it does have A1. That index value is returned and it got stored in the I. Alright. Fine. You can see the I value here. Okay. You can see the output A1 dot index of ORP equal to 1, because ORP it starts with O, the letter O, index value is 1 in the corporate company. A1 does have the value corporate company, and in that corporate company, in that value corporate company, this index of method is going to check for the value ORP. It does exist, that ORP value exists, and then it looks the index value of the ORP. It is again O. It is again, so it returns a 1. Yeah. Okay. And you can, even for last index, you can pass in the, here you can pass in the company, any value you can pass in the string. So last index you have seen here, last index of, we have already seen this. We already passed in a char value to this last index of, and it returns the integer value. Here in this case it does have option to pass in the string object. Here we pass a string object and return value is 1. It checks for this last index of parameter string. It returns its integer value. It returns the index value as an integer value. Okay. Here any is it checks, it takes this any string value, and it checks for checks within the string object corporate company whether any, does it exist. If it exists, it will it may exist n number of time, but this last index of, it will fetch only the last occurrence of the string parameter string any within the A1 string object, and it will return the index value of it. Alright, it got assigned to I and it is printed here. So let me show here. See, the last index of ANY is 14. So here if you take if you start the count from 0 in the string object corporate company, you will find a index value would be 14. Alright, so and this index of, last index of, it does take one more parameter, that is it allows you to it allows you to specify the index value from where, I mean index of, it is used to search for a character or a string. Last index of, it is used to search for a character or string. It is used to, last index of, it is used to search for a last occurrence of a character or a string. Alright, that's what as of now we got to know. And it does have one more option to when it allows us to search, do the search within a string object. by specifying the index. All right, so from particular index value, we want to do the string char search, or a string search. Then we can go with this method, that is, it takes one more parameter, index of int, and then one more int value. So let me show you here. See here, index of a comma, from where it has to search for this letter within the text, uh, within the string object a1. All right, here I want it to start from 2. Let me give it here 2. Okay, and one more string, again, from where I mean the end user wants to do the search. I give it here 3. So comma 3. So again, in string, it does allow us to specify the index value from where you want to do the search operation. So here I give last one, just I give 2, and comma 3. See, you can see here a1 of index of a comma 2. So what does it mean? It takes two arguments. One is the char array, char value, and the other one is the integer value. This integer value 2, it denotes from which index the index of search has to happen. All right, so it will ignore co, and then it will start from the r in the, it will this integer 2 denotes from which index value the search has to happen within the a1 string object. Similarly, for a1 index of string, we pass in the string and then the index value, and again it applies to the last index. Okay, last index of c comma 2, we pass in the index value c, index of any comma 3, the string variable, string object any comma index value 3. So it works, it gives you the output. So index of any, it will check for the index value. After 3, it will start to search. All right, fine, that's. And one more thing, we do have a few methods modifying string. Okay, here this here what I will do, I will modifying string is here, uh, modifying string. So here this string, it does have substring, concat, replace, trim, value of 2 lowercase, 2 uppercase. So substring, what does it, it is used to fetch a part of a string as a substring. If we do have a string, just consider corporate company, and we want to fetch the corporate, we want to fetch the word corporate alone, then we can then we can make use of this substring method just to fetch the corporate word or any other combination of letters from a string. We can fetch that combination of letters from string, and we call it as a substring. So to fetch substring, we make use of the word method substring. All right, and concat, let me give you the quick recap, quick like view of what it is. Concat, it is used to combine two or more two strings, we need to pass in the string, and replace in concat method we just pass in the string, uh, so that the method the string object, from that we make a call, we call the concat method. So both the strings got combined, and then replace, we can replace a letter, we can replace a alphabet, we can replace an alphabet within a word, within a string object, or we can replace a substring within a string object. All right, with this replace method, trim, it is used to trim the space, prefix and suffix of the string object. Value of, what does it do, it returns it takes the parameter, primitive parameter, primitive data type parameter like int, float, double, byte, short, so long. These are all the primitive data types. It take it as a parameter value, and it returns a string object that is human readable. And too low, it does have take, um, uh, it it does take even an object as a parameter, and it returns a uh, string object. Value of method does take the object as a parameter, and it returns the string object. Two lowercase and two uppercase is used to convert string object into a lowercase string object and uppercase string object. Two lowercase is used to convert it to a lowercase string object. Uppercase is used to convert a string object into uppercase string object. All right, so just to consume the time, I have already coded this. Let me make use of it. All right, so here, fine. Here I just, let me run this. Hold on. Use some. Okay, here I need to give a1. See here, I have given a1 dot substring of 3. So it will start from the, so it will take the string a1, okay, corporate company, and it will move on to the index 3 in that corporate company until the end of the corporate company string object. It will start from the index value 3, and it will till the end of the string. It will be fetched, and that is taken as a substring, and it got stored in the string variable z, and it got printed here. Okay, value of 3. And here you can see again value of substring of 5 comma 9. So substring method, it does allow us to pass in two parameters, integer parameters. One is the source, and the other one is the end. So from 5, the data fetch starts to happen, and the letter starts to, the 5 is the index value wherein we start to fetch the data letters, and 9 is till 9 minus 1 8 till the end, till that value we fetch the letters. And once we get the substring, it's been assigned to the z string variable. And here for concat, you can see a1 dot concat b. So a1 concat, within concat parameter I can pass in any string object as well the string literal. All right, so here I just, you can see here, and it got printed. it will corporate company plus corporate company, it will get printed here. Both are same this way. And here replace, I just replace a1 string object is taken, and all the o letter o is replaced with a. Okay, and it got printed here. And for replace all, we can replace the whole string with the another string object. So a1 is replaced with b, and it gets stored in the z. Okay, and one more. Here replace first. Replace first, what does it mean? Like if you want to replace a set of letters within a string object, we can make use of this method. So I pass in a1 dot replace first. So whatever the value or, it is replaced with the word a and d. Okay, and it go, and here I print the value. Okay, the trim, it will just you can see string l equal to good job. You can see the prefix few spaces, white spaces, and suffix the good job string, you can see some spaces. This spaces would be trimmed, and you can see the output as um, just good job. Okay, and then you can see value of, it will convert everything to a human readable string object. Value of, it will take the primitive data type as a parameter, and it will return the string object that is human readable. So I just print the string object here. Here I just pass in the integer value of integer value, and it returns the z string object. Okay, and two lowercase, two uppercase, which is nothing but it will convert the string object to a lowercase string object, and two uppercase method, it will convert the string object a1 lowercase string object, and it is assigned to z. Okay, here again two lowercase a, it is assigned to lowercase. Here it is, I mean the b, b string is b string object is converted to lowercase, and it is assigned to the z z variable. Okay, to b dot to lowercase, it converts, and it returns, it converts the string object corporate company, which is in uppercase, it converts it to the lowercase, and it returns, it is assigned to the z string variable. It got printed. Let me run this. See, the program got executed. You can see all the modifying operation here. See, the from, it starts from substring of 3 of a1, it gives PORAT company. It starts from the index value 3, and till the end of the string object, it gets printed. It, I mean, that's been fetched as a substring, and it got printed. And substring of 5 comma 8, it will start from the fifth value, index value 5, and it will fetch the data till index value 7, 5 index value 8. Okay, you can see the rate, the output is rate. And you can see concat of a1 dot concat b in z corporate company. A1 is corporate company, and b string is corporate company, which is in cap. You can see it. So altogether it got printed. And similarly for replace, it replace a1 within string a1 string object is taken, and the letter o is replaced with a. So you can see co, instead of co, it shows ca, and popa is replaced, and replace all. You can see A1 is replaced with B, so you can see corporate company, right? A1 value is corporate company in lowercase, but here it shows uppercase because B value is replaced, B string is replaced to A1. A1 dot replace first. Here you can see R is replaced with AND, so COR instead CAND PORAT. Alright, CAND, you can see there the replacement happens here. And then good job trim method is called, and good job. In here you can see the prefix and suffix white spaces are removed, and good job that string object is printed using the trim method. And A1 dot value of value of method is used. In value of method we have used we have passed in the integer value, and it returns the string human readable. And uppercase and lowercase, A1 dot uppercase, A1 does have the lowercase corporate company, which is converted to uppercase, and it got printed here. And B string object, it does have a lowercase uppercase B string object does have uppercase corporate company, and it's been converted to lowercase, and you can see corporate company in lowercase. All right, so I believe I have I'm done. Fine. So in this session you don't know I mean string methods, that is categorized into character extraction, comparing strings, searching strings, modifying strings. So altogether we have seen all the methods in all these categorized string handling methods. So let me catch you with other topic in the upcoming sessions. Please do subscribe to the channel Java Track. Please click on the bell icon that you'll be notified on the upcoming post. If you like this session, please share with your friends and well wishers. Alright, thanks for watching. Have a nice time. Bye bye.